Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ronan Vico. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to learn about security levels on SharePoint. Basically, if you use Power Apps Canvas or Power Automate, a lot of times you are using SharePoint as a source for save data and files, right? Not just for that, you can also be using SharePoint as a library where you save your files, you share with your colleagues, and it is really important to make sure that the people that have access to those files and data have the right access. So how can you manage this security layers, the security levels on SharePoint? Basically, we have three layers. The first layer or the first level of security of management of the access is the site. So when you have access to a site, the user will have the access to the site, the libraries, and the items on the libraries. It's also the same as the list. So basically, when you share a site, you are sharing also all the lists that are inside the site. So the list number 1 will be shared also with this person. So if I share here a member like Adele, I'm going to share this site with Adele. Adele, as a member of the site, the member have access to edit the site. She will also have the access to the list and also to the item inside the list. So if I create like an item here, it's an item inside the list, inside a site. And Adele is a member of the site, so she have access to the list and the item. The same happens with a library. So when we are dealing with library, like if I create here a new library of docs, this library is shared also with the members. That is the default settings for the security levels on SharePoint. Let me explain a little bit more about it. I will open the Adele's account. Here, I will go directly to this URL of the library with the Adele's account, okay? And here is it. I have access to the list or the library and the items on the library or the items on the list, right? So if I click here, the list number 1, because I am a member, I can see the items on the list of the site. So basically are 3 layers: site, list or library, item or doc. They are the same. Item and files and list and libraries are the same. It's a list, right? So now that we know that we have 3 layers, how can we manage the access? I can share, for example, this single item with a person if I want. So let's say that I do not want to share the site and the list and the libraries with this person. I can just share and manage the access on the first layer, right? I can click on the item and simple share, right? So I can share this item with someone else. Let's share with Grady here. So I'm sharing the item from this list, from this website called NQ site, and Grady have access just to this item. So if I open now, I open in other browser here, the Grady accounts, I just access with the Grady's account, the list number 1, and here's it. I can see the item ABC. But if Ronan create a new item called banana, and I refresh the page with Grady's, I am not seeing the bananas here because I only have access to this single item. So it's the layer of security. I can share just an item, I can share the entire list, or I can share the entire site. Okay? 3 layers of security. I cannot share just a column. It's possible to do that on Dataverse, for example. Here at SharePoint, it is not possible, okay? This is the 3 layers: site, list, and item. With that in mind, now that you know that we have three levels, three layers of security. How can I manage that? How can I see the access of each one of them? You, as an owner, you can go on the settings and you can see the site permission or even the list settings and see the list permission, but you can click here on site permission and go directly to advanced. It's easier to see at the advanced settings. Here, we can see that the layers are exactly as I said. I have the group of members, group of owners, and group of visitors. Each one of them have some permissions levels. So for example, the members can edit, the owners have full control, and the visitors can only read the data. If I go, for example, at the list number 1, and I go to the list settings and permission for this list, I'm going to see that the list itself inherits the site. So as I said, site, list, item. So the default settings is that all the items will have the access of the list and the list will have all the access of the site. So if a person is a member of the site and member is added, so the list inheritance the edit to the list, and for the item the same occurs. So he will have also the edit to the item. But this is the default setting. I can change that. So let's say that I have a member of the site and I want to the member to not edit on a specific list. Let me more clear here. I shared the site as a member to Adele's on the beginning of the video. Do you remember that? So let's go back here to the list number 1. And if you not remember, Adele have full access to the list number 1. If I refresh here, I have access all the items because I am a member of the site. So Adele's inheritance, the edit permission level from the site to the list. So I am an owner, and as an owner, I can go to the list settings and change this inheritance. I can go into the permission for this list and stop inheriting the permission from the site. When I click here, it will duplicate the actual permission level. So check it out. It is refreshing the page. After the refresh, we're going to understand that the list just copied the permission from the parent, who is the website, right? Because as I said, site is the parent of list, who is the parent of item. So when I click stop inheritance from the site to the list, it will copy all the permission levels. But now I can change. So now I can say, for this specific list, I want for just this list, instead of the members have access to edit, I want to change the permissions for the members. I want to change that for read only. I will click OK. And now these lists are not inheritance the permission from the site. So this specific list, this one, okay, have unique permissions. So right now, the members for this specific list, the list number 1, the members of the site just have the read access. So if I go to Adele's account, I'm at the Adele's account right now, a member, remember, I am a member of the site. I will refresh my list. If I try to, oops, I cannot edit, I cannot create, but the other list is still inheritance with the parent site. So if I go here, for example, important data, I can create a new item. Why, Ronan? Why you can create a new item and edit the items on this list? Because I am a member, and as default, the list inheritance the permission level of the website. So basically, now you understand. We have always three layers: site, the entire site, who pass, I don't know if it's right to say that, but they pass the permission level to the list, who inherits the permission levels, and also the item who inherits the permission from the list. So if I want to change, I can change specifically in the item or in the list or in the website. I can change for the specifically item or for this specifically list, and change and stop to inheritance the permission level from the parent. Pretty cool, right? I don't know if it helped you, but it's really easy to understand that, and you can test it on your own Microsoft account. That's how I learn. I change and read the docs, and after some tests, you will understand pretty clear how the permission levels work. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about it, leave down your comment, and also write down in your feedback water. Comment the word water. I will know that you watched the video completed. Hit the thumbs up and share the channel so we can grow up. And if you want to learn more about Microsoft 365 and Power Platform, we have a coupon code with discount on the best Power Platform and Microsoft courses. Check it out on the first link at the description. And also, if you need any support on developments or in your digital transformation, we have a company ready to help you. Send us an email, or email is also at the description. Thank you so much for watching. We see you in another video, in another class, and please consider to subscribe.